So first of all, welcome back to today's class, CISG113, Section 1, Information Security and Privacy. Today it's day number 15 into week number 8. Okay, so we're already in week number 8. That means officially we're in the first week of the third learning contract. Including last week, that is the week before the learning contract number 3, we have actually stopped this particular contract. You now have a team identity, you now have a pair identity, you also have your own identity. Why I say that? Because when you come to week number 8, there is one thing called pair and team online discussion forum. When each one of you click onto this particular forum, you can find 3 specific links. The link with your name, the link with your pair name, and the link with your team name. Now remember, when you use this forum to discuss with your team members, you must use the team name. When you use this forum to discuss with your only pair member, you can use the pair name. Okay, but remember, if you write anything under your own name's forum, no one can read it except myself, okay? So make sure you understand this. Let me then take a look at to see if you have actually stopped the discussion. As of last time, I should have sent you a message to say this is your team with the following numbers. May I invite you now, each one of you at this point, get onto the Moodle environment, go to week number 8, come into this pair and team online discussion forum, and send to your team member a hello message, okay? It takes about 5 minutes to make sure you can get onto the forum to kickstart your work in learning contract number 3 by saying hello to your team member, okay? I will give you a very simple message, and I'm going to give each team a message, so it takes me about 9 rounds, okay? But it's okay. It's very important to do that. Where can you find the team information? In week number 6, definitely. Here we go. We have 8 teams, so I'm going to send to each team the team message now. Now, in the meantime, would you please make sure you use this time that you have to do something in class to catch up with the whole team's work, okay? Yes, I need to do something like this, true. So the best way to say hello to your team member is to respond to the message I sent to you, okay? Now I'm sending you this message. So if you respond to it like present, reply, then you can see that everybody is responsive to this particular team message, okay? So I'm going to send to the second team now. You need to get used to doing something in class now. So this is team number 2. Okay. I'm going to do the team number 3. You just have to press reply and say hello to your team members. Okay, I finished sending message to team number 3. Now on to team number 4. And then we continue with team number 5. Yes. have to go to week number 8 and go to the specific pair and team discussion forum and say hello to your team members. And the best way is to say it by pressing reply to the message I gave you, okay? Yes, to the team and pair for this particular lending contract. Week number 8 through week number 10. Now I'm almost finished sending message to all the teams now. Very good. See that this group is already finished sending message. So I'm on to read pair number 8. Actually, team number 8, not pair number 8, sorry. Here we go. Now, let me see. Let's go through the different teams. Team number 1, we got some messages. 2 from your team, but you have 4 members in your team, so the other 2 members send a response. Okay? And then team number 2, we have not yet any message yet. Team number 2 include Hoa, Jingman, Iris, okay, all start, okay? So team number 2 work hard to send message to your team members. It's very important if you start doing this in class. Okay, team number 3, we got 3 message and 4 message. Okay, 3 message, 1 another 2 studies. Okay, so that's basically 4 persons, that's very good. And then we got to team number, let's see, it's coming back here. Team number 4 now. Yes, we got 1 message. Okay, that's for Austin. So let's go to team number 5 now. Team number 5 now. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 messages. Very good. And then we go to team number 6. Team number 6. Okay, so team number 6, we have not heard from you yet. So Fleming, Benjamin, Johnson, and Sam. Okay, so make sure you send message to one another in this particular form. And then team number 7. Oh, very good. 4 students already done this. And team number 8. Okay. We still got 1 student doing. All right. Anyway, this is very important. Now, if you have actually read the teacher's message I sent to this week, only this morning, you should understand that at this point, you should better come up with a problem for the whole team to work with. Okay, because in the first learning contract, all members of the team must focus on one and only one problem. Okay, this problem could be coming from one of the 4 individual proposals that you submit from the first learning contract. But most likely, it should be a new problem that all of you should have agreed to after the negotiations in class or through your team-based meeting. So look at that. I would like you to suggest the problems now to your team member to talk about what problem to do in your team during at least 10 to 15 minutes that I'm going to give you right now. One way to start talking about your problem is to post your individual proposals on the team discussion forum. When you post it, make sure you copy and paste all the details. You don't need your fellow member to open up your file to read it. So you copy and paste your personal proposal into a specific discussion thread in your team discussion forum. And then, according to the message I sent you today, I invite you to spend time listening to one another during your table discussion today to see what your individual proposals are. And then you vote to see if you want to select one from the four, or you want to come up with one which is new based on specifically the topics for week number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because these are the areas for the second and third learning contract. Now, you skipped the second learning contracts already, but it does not mean you cannot go back and choose the topics there, right? So as I said, you can choose a topic which is inclusive enough for you to select individual other topic from the weeks. So it very much depends on the discussion on your table. What do you think? You need to ask your individual team member. So you need to be making a lot of noises now. Spend time talking with one another. Post your proposals there. And the purpose of posting your proposals there is to make it easy for your team member to look at what you have in mind. Okay? So besides talking to your individual team member, first post the proposals there. Okay? So we will come back to this in about 5 to 10 minutes time to see how's it doing. Okay? So please make sure don't waste the in-class time to talk, to share with your team member. And do not forget, I have not received much response yet. If you look at the suggested actions that each of your teams should do, is that you need to sign up for this in-class participations or for next class in-class participation on behalf of the whole team. So each team member will have a chance to speak here and earn your 20% towards the end of the semester. Earn your 20% towards the end of the semester. Do not forget, if you lose the 20%, you lose the 20%. Okay? So you should grab the chance to speak in class for your teamwork, particularly in the next 6 classes. Okay? Before the end of the learning contract number 3. Remember, you need 10 times of such sharing to earn the 20%. You can earn it like this. Do not forget. Alright? Don't come to ask me, what can I do, sir, to earn more score now when it is in the end of the semester? Earn it now, alright? And when you earn it now, make sure you share the team's progress of your learning contract number 3's problem. For example, you can share, after much discussions, we've come up that we're going to do this problem, and you can share proposals here. And each member of your team will be given at least 1 to 2 minutes time to share. For example, what you're supposed to do in terms of the team role, okay? In terms of who's going to be the coordinator, who's going to be the secretary, who's going to be the liaison member, who's going to be the inspector, who's going to be the timekeeper, okay? Every class, you will have a chance to share as long as you sign up. Have you signed up for this class from last week's sign-up sheets? Okay, if you go to last week's sign-up sheets, okay, then it's week number 7. If you go to week number 7, you see that under topic online discussion forum, I have said sign up here, but unfortunately no one responds. Better say, do it now, do it. You give you a chance on Friday, okay? So if you look at the teacher's message I sent to you today, if you look at the teacher's message I sent to you today, okay? I told you this is an important time for the whole team, and you need to grab the chance to share, because we have a little bit of the adjustment of the class format. The first 10 minutes, basically I'm using my first 10 minutes, I brief you. And then the second 10 minutes, I will invite each teams organizing yourselves to give you a chance to share on the team progress. The first 30 minutes, each of the team who sign up, okay, will be given at least another portions of time to discuss, which from 10 to 20 minutes. At the end of the first 10 to 20 minutes, I will invite each team to see if you still have anything you want to share in class. And for the last 5 minutes, I will give feedback to you. Now, let's try to do that. That means you sure will have a chance to share, but we cannot entertain all the teams in one class because we're 8 teams, okay? And I need to give you time to discuss, and I need to give you time to share. So get yourself ready after the first 15 minutes. If you have already got some progress into selecting the problem for your team, please raise your hand. I will give your team the chance to share here, and it shall be counted towards your in-class participations. Okay? Do you know what? Do you see what to do? You can immediately sign up for sharing in class now. Are you ready? Now, when you read my teacher's message, I invite that each team to contain some different roles. The leader is called the coordinator. The secretary keeps the minutes for the team. The communicator is the person who comes to share and meet the other team member to share. The inspector is responsible for tracking the progress of individual team member. The timekeeper, when you come here to share, if I give you 10 minutes or 5 minutes, make sure you don't go beyond that. So you need a timekeeper. Okay? And also, a timekeeper is very important when you do the meetings within 10 to 15 minutes in class now. But surprisingly, you're very quiet now. Okay? Make sure you can discuss among your team members. Okay, let's take a look at your proposal. If you pose anything now, let's try to see this. Okay? So team number 1, no proposals yet. Okay? So what about team number 2? Okay, let's see. We got something. Okay, good afternoon from Edward. And then after this, we got this. No proposal yet. Make sure you send some proposals there. Because now your job is to make sure you can come up with a problem. Definitely, you need to come up with a problem before the end of this week. You just have 2 weeks left to work on the problem. So I will give you time to work on this every class, okay? Besides, I'm just reserving a small amount of time for the class lecture, but it will be good enough for you, all right? So, and then team number 3, let's see, do you have anything closed already? Yes, standing something for. Wow, let's see, proposal, look at that. And then you need to discuss with Stanley about. These are her proposals. That's very good. Technology trend, okay. So let's go to team number, let's go to team number 4. After team number 3, now let's go to team number 4. So let's see if we have some proposal. Yes, it's best supposed. It's personal journals now, so everybody can read that and respond to that. But make it simple for the discussion. You need to choose a topic. That means to finalize a problem to work on. Okay? So everybody will be given a chance to share, to give feedback. So you need to make a lot of voices. Don't worry, you have to. And team number 5, still no proposals yet. You just got some information. Hello. So make sure you throw some proposals, ideas there. Okay? And then team number 6. Team number 6. Okay? Make the best use of the in-class time to discuss. Team number 6 not yet ready, right? Okay, team number 6, you need to share some ideas with as many members as you have now. And then team number 7. Okay, team number 7. Wow, we start to have some more conversations now. After the hello, you need to give some proposals, ideas, okay? Ideas and proposal and responses from the team member. Each member should create a proposal link for the other member to respond. That way you can see the result of your introductions of the ideas. And remember, you have to make sure that your target district is who once got your problem ready, so that you can start exploring the problem by dividing the jobs among members of the team, okay? So I give you, oh good, some ideas on something already. But make sure you structure your proposal based on the format of our proposal. Name 3 essential questions, 3 to 5 references, and a simple paragraph, okay? That is very important. And then you ask for the support of your fellow team member. Now remember, I have given you a process of eliminations here. If you finish presenting among your team members on your table 4 proposals, 1 from each one of you, you need to have a process to vote which proposal should win. And this process takes several rounds. And I've given you one method here called the democratic method to vote, to eliminate at least 1 proposal at a time. You're 4 now. And here I use the scenario of 6 because 4 individual proposals plus 2 pair proposals. But now you have 4, so it's, you just use 3, 2, 1. All right, you can eliminate 1. It's half the time is suggested here. So read the teacher's message to start with. Okay. Get some more time. All right, sure you need some time to do that. The next things I need to do is, while you're doing the discussions now, you can immediately sign up on week number 7, this call for participations now. When you believe your team is ready, and I will assign time for you to respond. And when you sign up here, on behalf of the whole team, we list the team member's name there, and we come here, each member will be given some minutes to share, all right? So whatever is being shared very much depends on the progress of each team. Now, the in-class participations score is very important. It's a very stimulus scheme that we use to encourage you to work hard during class and outside the classroom, so that in class when you share something, you can earn your score already. So each one of you, remember, you need 10 times of such sharing in order to earn a 20% score, which is a lot of score to make a difference between A and B, all right? So, any ideas? No ideas? No, you should have a lot of ideas. Talk about yourself. What do you want to do in the first learning contract now that you know what is required of you in order to submit the learning artifacts on November the 1st and also on November the 2nd, okay? So you must understand that today it's October the 13th. So you have 17 more days plus 2 more days. I will give you 20 days at most to get the job done. And you have 1 week less now. You have 4 weeks time to do this. And after week 7, which is last week, now is week number 8. Actually, I invite you to think about the problem, get it ready today. And you know what? I introduced to you to the wiki last week, right? And so let's take a look at the wiki. How many of you have finished creating the front page of your wiki in week number 8? Okay, so let's see. This is week number 8. Let's go to the wiki. And we have 18. So let's see. This is team number 8. Okay, no, nothing yet. Team number 7. Let's see. Nothing yet. Team number 6. Okay, it seems to have something new. So let's try to see. Nothing yet. Okay, so let's go back. Let's type, say, work hard. Okay, and then it's working hard, and then we save this, and so we have team number 6. And this, you see that if I could see something here like this, then you have already done your front page. Now let's see how many groups have done the front page. This is team number 5, nothing yet, so you need to do your front page now. Okay, so I say work hard. Okay, this, and then team number 4. Yes, look at that. Team number 4 at least have something here. That's very good. And then team number 3. Yes, I give you a real hard stuff, all right? Make sure that you do not waste time, because when you have time to do something, you need to grab the chance to do it, okay? What about team number 2? Let's see, not started yet, so work hard to gain. If you cannot work in class, it's very unlikely that you will group together and work outside the classroom. It's very hard to match the time. So during class time, when you have time to work together, so you better do it. And this is something I didn't do last time, right? So let's do that. So I invite each team to create your fun page, something similar to that. And now you can start exploring this, all right? Now remember, when you come to this specific wiki link, again, you have 3 choices. Each one of you have 3 choices. Your name's wiki, don't do anything there except for your own sake. Your peers wiki, do it only when you and your learning partner in your peer agree that this extra one does not bother you. Do it under the team wiki. That is very important, because every team member, they go to team wiki to share ideas. So it's very important you understand the meanings of this word. Very good. Now, I'm going to say, give you 5 more minutes. So when it is 1:45, I will try to poll each team to see if you want to do some sharing, to tell us something about the progress of your problem. I must urge you and push you a little bit, all right? In order to see you progress into the completion of your work. It's very important. And of course, I could give you some boost here. First of all, you need to keep yourself aware of what you can do in class when you sit on that table with a team member. You don't just sit there to listen to the lecture. No, you sit there to work together with your members. And now you have the contract number 3 to finish. You need to do something, okay? You need to do something. I tell you a little secret. Most of the students in my previous classes, when they come to choose a topic for learning contract number 3, they will come to day number 14 to look for some very interesting material. And today is day number 15. Why should I say that? Because most of the students, when you read the newspaper to discover story in the area of information security and privacy, they discover things like this very interesting. Someone stole your credit card number and use it as if you are using a credit card. Somebody invite you to apply for a job, invite you to fill in some data of your own, and you discover that your data was being collected and sold to someone else. And then, oh, very interesting stuff. And you can really see the majority of students love information fraud as the topic, okay? And if you look at the topic here, it's information fraud, okay? Of course, if you're a little bit technical stuff, you might want to explore hacking, cracking, and how people, as I mentioned, who used to be a bad hacker, a bad hacker, that means the bad guy. And then after they turn into a good guy, they put in the wine back on the hacker's business, and they do this, and they in response to the request of the company to test how robust the system is. And this is very interesting stuff. And of course, some students use this as a very mini case study. This is called Nigerian scam. A very famous story. It's a true story, and it's still going on. A lot of people fell into this kind of trap, and you read the story and you write a report based on that story. Nigerian scam, okay? So it's very interesting. And of course, for those of you who are sensitive to what we call the news in England, this is a very interesting stuff called Russia with Love. It's talking about a lady who was a Russian, who went to England and connected with different members of the parliament and got the information and was discovered by the British agents. And it turns out that British agents could not do anything about it because she did something very interesting. And have you ever read those stories? It's interesting stuff on information flow. And of course, we could also use the idea of wireless network security when you use a notebook, when you use your mobile devices. And how can you protect yourself from being hacked into when you got into a hotspot, right? Where everyone is enjoying Wi-Fi. And what do you need to do in order to avoid your identity being stolen? A lot of those things like this here is not technical in nature, it's just storytelling. So you do not need a technical background to understand, okay? Here we go. Now it's 1:45. Team number 1, are you here? Are you ready to share something about the problem with the prophets? Which, yes. When you come here to share, you will have at least one kind of your in-class participations. You want to do something? Not yet. Okay? Okay, it's all right. It's all right. We're polling. Team number. You want to do the sharing on behalf of the team, or because if for each team member to receive the score, you have to pass the microphone to the team member. Okay? Each member has to speak. All right. But you need a coordinator, so you need to. This is the time that you can breathe on your own and then get a little brief on the class. Okay. So make sure you sign up here in the sign sheets here. You just press reply in week number 7, and call for students sign up. And when you sign up here, you say team 001 or team 002 sign up, and so I'll give you this chance. Okay, team number 2, where are you? Team number 2? I have to pull you together. Yes, this is team number 8. So let's see, I'll go to team number, I'm going in order, okay? Team number 1 is getting ready. So what about team number 2? Let's see. Iris, Edward, and Billy, and Oscar. Are you ready to tell us something on behalf of the team about the progress of your problem identifications? Don't miss a chance, all right? This is an in-class participation time. You have to make sure every team has to do something similar. Okay, now let's go to team number 3. It's okay, we're doing some polling now. Team number 3 is from the team of Steady. Do you have anything to share? Not yet. Not yet. You're giving up your score? Alright. Okay, team number 4. Team number 4. Where are you, team number 4? It's Abby. Are you ready? Not yet. Okay. Please get ready. Please get ready. Every time you give them a chance. Tell something about the problems that you've talked about. Okay. That's number 5. Battery. Okay, team number 5. Ian, Takashi, you have something to share? Not yet? Okay, I'll give you some more time. Team number 6. Remy, are you ready to share something of the problem in progress? I'll give you 5 more minutes, okay? You need to practice your heart to do some sharing. Team number 7. Sunny, right here, right? Maggie, Iris, are you ready to share? Julian? Get ready, okay? Don't say no, because towards the end of the semester you will lose the 20%. Don't lose the 20%, okay? Team number 8. When you do one thing, you can collect score from 2 channels. The score from learning country number 3, 20%, and the score from in-class participation, 20%. So 40%, how large is this? Don't say that you don't want it. Okay? It makes the difference between course break. Team number 8. Team number 8. So it's German group. Are you ready? Okay, come on. Each one of you will give you at least 5 minutes time to say it. You need your time or you need what have you talked about? Yes. Yes, come on. The whole team. We need the whole team together, okay? Now make sure one of you sign from here. Okay, one of you sign from here. The ladies ready, the gentlemen say no. The gentlemen say no. Alright, so very much. Okay, I'm helping you decide now. So, you have time. Okay, now you have time. So, what do you want to tell us about the culprits of the problem in your group? Okay, you need to take turn to say something. Okay, the lady first.
This free people is our member.
Thank you, Sophie.
And this week, we are going.
It's okay. It's okay. It takes a while. All right. It's perfect to smile and any business you do.
This week we are going to choose a topic, and we will ask my members and choose the best topic to finish the group presentation.
Thank you. Do you have anything that the three members would like to say? Now you are saying something definitely you will get score, but in order to get score for the members,
They will say something.
yeah. Okay, who's going to say first? Oh, yes.
And they will introduce their job.
Okay.
We will have different jobs in order to combine our
We work together.
and together and combine our ideas together
Yes. Excuse me, let's listen. Thank you. This is German, remember. He has given us a very good message because each member in his team has different ability, so they have actually assigned work according to the strength of individual member. Right. So the second member.
My name is Zero, and my ability is good at analyzing and conclusion.
And my name is Vivaldo, and my job is search the information and I will conclude it.
Yes, very good. At least they have some ideas of who is going to do what. And as they work together, they will have a deeper sharing next time. I encourage all of you to grab the chance to share. Thank you. Your team number? Team number 8, okay? So team number 8 start the cycle of sharing, okay? Any team who would like to sign up now? Is it team number 1? Remember, you have to 7, the public online discussion forum, where we have a sign up call, and you need to press the reply to sign up for the sharing. Now remember, it really depends on your team to share as much as you could. At the very beginning, it should be the easiest one, because you just need to open up. And then on each class, we invite you to come here to report on the progress. Anyone, any team, let's see. Team number 1, are you ready? Grab the chance to say something. You need to sign up by pressing reply here. I can help you. Yes. Now remember, okay, you can say something there. So you're team number 1, right? And of course, I will give you the time now. So we have team number 1, after team number 8. Thank you. Please introduce your team members. The coordinator can help do this job. Listen, please.
We are team number 1, and these are my members of the team. You are Kira, and she is Mabel. Yes.
It's
My
Kira.
name is Kiri. We decided to talk about the topic of what are the reasons that cause network crime.
Oh, good.
Yes. And let my members talk about her own topic. Yeah.
All right.
Causes. My topic being in turn the internet vulnerabilities. With the new economies and are more popular in our society, people are more reliant on the electrical technologies and store their positions. It's really convenient since, however, it's more rates than in entity X. So the hackers
Okay, hacking and cracking.
my topic is what has computer cracks. I'll give the definition of our whole report. The first part of our whole report. She stands for the course, and she stands for the examples.
Okay. So basically, one work on example, one on the course, and you work on the connections.
My own topic is countermeasures and lawmaking, which stands for the solution.
Yes, thank you. Have you heard about this? They have a very big projects going on. They have problems, they have courses, they have examples, and they have solutions. All right? So we thank you very much for doing this. Now remember, you need to pay the minimum amount of respect to your fellow students when they stand here to share with you all their ideas, okay? So you have to pause and listen to individual group sharing. This is very important. Any other team who would like to share? Stanley's team, are you ready?
Okay.
Thank you. Team number 3. I'm helping you to sign up now. You sign up on week number 7's public online discussions forums call for student sign up. Okay? It's right here. Public online discussion forum 7, week number 7. So Stanley's team number 3. All the members, because there's a team sign up, you have to come up and. Now, would you please be quiet for a minute when we listen to your fellow student teams sharing? Yes, on to you.
Yeah, hello, my name is Stanley and this is my learning partners. Yeah, this is Turkey.
Yeah, hello. Good afternoon. My name is Joe.
Yeah, so we are going to discuss
Proposal. You have the proposal?
yeah,
Wait. Okay, that's good. That is somewhere right here.
so we are going to discuss will the electronic products buy in primary school for education? So we place test marking after 3 years. So what's your opinion, Ricky?
Wow.
It's a very specific question. The topic is technology trend, and Stanley said they will focus on the questions of will the electronic products applied in primary school for education, will it replace handwriting after a few years? So they have a very pinpointed discussion. So now the time to you.
Yeah, nowadays there are some schools using electronic products in their class, but I think it doesn't replace handwriting because handwriting is on human is legible. Yeah, what's your opinion?
But in some schools, they only use handwriting. They are only use the electronic product and totally replace it. So it's not good. So do you think they will totally reduce handwriting after 10 years or more years?
And I think the answer of this you can share that later. At this point, you can ask the other members to share if they have any other ideas. Yes.
What's your opinion?
Joe, right?
Replace the handwriting after 3 years because sometimes the teacher will in the test and when the students answer the question and the answer is not clear, the teachers will give the seal because the answer is not clear. That is the problem.
Also, you mean that in the computer way to submit the solution is more accurate?
Okay.
How about you? Can you share your opinion?
Okay, so one suggestion from $3 is instead of requiring the small kids to bring the heavy drill books on their shoulder, maybe we can use some electronic product to make it easy for them, right? So this is the idea. So maybe it's a different topic, okay? So the role of your here sharing is to introduce the topic of your team, okay? And then you do not need to finalize the topic at this point, but if you have already finalized, you can share with them. I think it's very good idea. Yes. Make sure you understand that we're listening to you, not just me. We are, okay? I'm going to hide myself in fellow students, okay? Yes, thank you very much. Team number 3. So at least we have 3 teams doing the sharing in class. It's a good beginning because you have to know that in each class subsequently, before the end of learning contract number 3, I will open up this class time for each team to share what you have done so far according to your teamwork. And the first thing we would like to listen to you is, do you have a problem to work with now? Okay? And what that problem is. And how do you divide work among the members of your team? Okay? Because you have, remember, when you look back to the artifacts you need to submit, you have more than 3 or 4, right? You have journal individually, you have discussion forum that all of you need to attend, you have to report one single topic that's based on your problem. All the members in your team need to get involved, and then you have the blog, individual member need to work on that, okay? And then you have the PowerPoint based on the report. You have the digital story to record your narrations based on the PowerPoint. So a lot of work. So what are we going to do? We need you to work hand in hand during class time, and then I will also give you mini lecture to help you to continue with the explorations of topic. What I'm going to tell you today is the very simple things on the Nigerian scam. This is a very interesting story. It takes about 19 minutes. Now, although we may not be able to finish them all, but it will be good for you to understand a little bit about this scam.
My name is Peter Hathaway, and I live in Seattle, Washington. I'm an international broker, and according to my colleagues, I'm a pretty good one. Basically, I act as a middleman for companies all over the world. I get them whatever goods or products they might need at the best possible price. On May 18th, 2006, I received an email with a business proposal. It was from a gentleman in Nigeria who was looking for 52 tons of structural steel. His name is Solomon Obiku, and he is the CEO of an oil company owned by the Nigerian government. He said that they needed the steel to build a refining facility just outside the capital of Nigeria, Lagos. I just needed to find him a deal and give him a quote. So over the next few days, we communicated through email and over the phone just about current offers that were on the market. He seemed like a really nice guy. He had a good sense of humor, and he was very professional. After about a week or so, I found a deal that I thought would be very good for him. So I added my commission and gave him a quote, and that was that. The next day, Solomon got back to me. He said that he had found a deal that was better than mine, just by a little bit, he said. And he also said that when it comes down to business, we have to focus on the bottom line. He said he was very sorry and that he would keep in touch with me for any future opportunities. And that was it. Days passed and I occasionally received emails from Solomon on anything and everything. The oil industry in Nigeria, the steel industry, sports, movies. He even sent me pictures of his family vacation in Thailand. Actually, he called me before the holidays to wish me Merry Christmas. And I thought to myself, wow, what a really nice guy. He must have felt bad about rejecting my offer earlier. But on January 18th, 2007, Solomon sent me an email which caught me off guard. He told me that he was considering running for the presidency of Nigeria.
I have met lots. I know how the strings are being pulled.
It seemed very far-fetched. It seemed unbelievable to me at first, but
I think I have a shot.
what did I know about Nigerian politics? We started having regular conversations on the phone again, but this time it was as if I was the advisor to the potential president of Nigeria. To be honest, it felt really good. Solomon also told me something else. He said that over the years on business trips, he had generated some commissions off of the oil company and put them into personal accounts. He said there was a securities bank in Amsterdam that was holding his money, and that the total amount was $2.4 million. He admitted that this money was put into a personal account, but he felt he needed to do this so that he could fund his presidential campaign. He said that he needed to show strong foreign support, and that way, the citizens of Nigeria for the first time would believe in true democracy. He said that his only problem was that he couldn't get out of the country except on business trips, which were happening very seldom. And he was positive that he wouldn't be able to get to Amsterdam before the elections. So he offered me a business proposal. He said that he would give me a ticket to Amsterdam and a letter authorizing me to conduct banking on his behalf. And he said that he would give me 30% of the total funds for doing this. $720,000. All I needed to do was go to Amsterdam, pick up the money, put it into a joint bank account in both his and my name, and that was it. He could easily fund his presidential campaign. I thought to myself, this is too easy. How could I just get $720,000 just like that? And how could he trust me? How did he know when I had the money I wouldn't just ditch him? I laughed at the whole thing. I was thinking it was a joke. But then I thought to myself, even if it is a joke, who cares? What do I have to lose? It's a free trip to Amsterdam. But being that this was a serious matter, I figured I should do some research on my own. So I looked up Solomon's oil company on the internet, and sure enough, I found a website with Solomon's name on it. I just wanted to make sure he wasn't a crook or anything like that. And I also looked up the security bank in Amsterdam, First Securities Limited. They had a very professional and very legit looking website. So, after a little bit of thought, I decided I would do it. My wife was very skeptical about it, but at this point, all I was doing was going to Amsterdam for free. A free vacation never hurt anybody, right? So Solomon sent me and the security company a signed letter empowering me to withdraw money on his behalf on March the 2nd. He also gave me the contact name of the agent who would help me with the transaction and setting up the bank account and anything else that I might need while in Amsterdam. His name was David van der Sar, a 35-year-old employee of First Securities Limited. Solomon suggested that we give David $15,000 for his hard work, so I agreed. As days passed by before leaving for Amsterdam, I was getting antsy. I still couldn't believe that I was going to get $720,000 that easy. And if I did, what would happen? Who would I be with? Who would be watching me? What kind of security did they have there? Was my life at risk? So I called David in Amsterdam. He seemed like a really nice guy. He reassured me that all I needed to do was come to Amsterdam with the signed release, and I could have the money. The whole time I was still thinking, what did I done to be so lucky? But I guess I just thought if I could see the cash in front of me, I might be a little bit more reassured.
We should get this thing done as soon as possible.
Solomon called me almost every day, making sure that the project was going as planned. And just as he promised, I received the tickets to Amsterdam. So the big day came and I finally left the US. And when I arrived, just as we had planned, David picked me up at the airport, took me to the hotel, and picked me up from the hotel the next morning. We arrived at First Securities Limited and the manager wanted to meet me personally so that he could see the signed release. I showed it to him, and he said, "Sir, you may have your funds." And then they brought 2 briefcases into the room. They put them on a table and they opened them. It was there. The $2.4 million was there, right in front of me. I started to feel nervous. My legs were shaking and I could feel my voice getting higher, so I was trying not to say anything. $2.4 million cash sitting in front of me with the owner thousands of miles away. I felt insecure. Even the bank manager became anxious. But then something happened.
Sir, I'm very big of a problem with it. There's a lot of cash here and I didn't know.
What's the
Because in our registration documents, it states that the value of the contents of the box is $2.4 million. It does not state that the contents of the box actually is $2.4 million. In that case, we need your insurance documents to verify the source of the money and how it got into the country. It's in our best interest to serve you, and if you supply the documents, we need those to release them to you. Otherwise, we're legally liable. The Dutch government is saying that this is cash used to support terrorist activities. I just don't want to get in the middle of all that. So provide us with the documents, and by all means, it's yours.
But I was told, why did we accept the deposit in the first place?
As you know, I wasn't the bank manager at the time of the deposit, so I don't know. Anyway, the rules have been changed over the last year, and I want to make sure I do everything legally right. So if you don't mind.
Sir, I think the rules should apply to the time of the deposit as stipulated in the contract back then. It doesn't make sense to do this to our client. I mean, the money is here, it's ready to go. What's the big deal? He just takes his money and leaves. It's that simple.
Look, David, I don't think you're in a position to negotiate.
Roll it.
Do the job that you're assigned to do. I'm in charge of this, and I would appreciate a little bit of cooperation.
But it's not fair.
Well, I'll tell you what's not fair.
David jumped out of his seat, feeling that he would also lose his share, and they got into a big argument right in front of me. David was threatened with losing his job, so he finally calmed down. And I asked the manager if I did give him the right papers, if I would be allowed to have the funds, and he reassured me that by all means, if I came back with the right documentation, the money would be mine. I even swapped one of the $100 bills out of the case with my own to take back with me to the US. I wanted to make sure that the money was real. Sure enough, it was legit. And that was it. From that point forth, the money was on my mind every minute of every day. I called Solomon, and he was very upset that First Securities Limited wouldn't release his money. But he called me back in a few days, and he said that the Central Bank of Nigeria would release the official papers. But because it was risky, we would have to bribe the bank manager. We would have to give him $30,000. Half of that bribe would have to come from my pocket, but Solomon assured me that I would get it back on top of my original amount of $720,000. So I sent Solomon $15,000 to the ballroom. The troubles didn't stop there.
I have good news, but also bad news. Actually, more bad.
Why was the problem? Okay, so
This kind of documents, any bank in Lagos has to have the signature of the minister. He's fish, and this is all
okay, so now
Mr. wants, you know, a share from this.
what share? How much?
He asked me for 5%,
5%, Solomon.
$50,000.
I don't have that kind of money. Is he? I mean, okay, let me understand this. Is he the only guy that we can do this to?
He controls all the money which comes in.
I think at this point you can see how the story goes, and you can complete the story at home. But the point here I want to point out is, normally these guys could succeed because they have already aroused a heart of greediness on the person to be victimized. Okay? Very often, step after step. At the very beginning, the steps are neutral. Towards the end, when they know that you have put your heart into it, they will start use that kind of heart of greediness on your own concern to pull money out of your own pockets. It's very bad. And unfortunately, this young man, when he believed that he was tricked, he went to Nigeria to look for that Solomon. He was killed the second day he arrived. Yeah, that is the end of the story. So I think that's it for today, and I hope you continue with your group work. And when you come back on Friday, you still have a chance to share in class and do something in class. In the meantime, we have something new to do. Okay? Yes, they will each of them will have one card. Yes. 同上次一模一樣，講第三隻又講第四隻上次 absent。我著進嗰陣時咧，跟一模一樣，我哋一樣有6個 paragraph，每一個同學咧要寫翻一個章稿，係同時個章稿嘅題目咧係由第5個星期、第6、第7、第8、第9、第10去揀一個。因為我哋 skip 咗呢個係 two 嘛，呢個 two 就係6、7嘅，嗰啲 two 就係8、9、10嘅。咁即係你嘅章稿咧，理論上都係8、9、10去揀一個。咁但係我唔俾你可以睇邊個。咁呢個係章稿。咁 discussion following 就係根據你成個天，你今次咁就做邊一個，就係嗰個係一個 discussion。係可以揀一個，係可以喺度自己揀一個。咁但係咧就恐怕因為上次嘅新聞 proposal 嘅題目咧，未必能夠 cover 到我哋6、7、8、9、10，咁所以可以俾你自己再揀一個。咁但係你任何係都要4個 member。咁你哋嘅 discussion forum 嘅資料咧，就最主要跟開你揀一個題目之後，你哋4個人嘅協作所討論嘅資料係講嘅。係啦，咁我就可以喺度展開。好大，你有3條問題，你個 proposal 裏面有3條問題，緊要第一個 proposal，你揀呢個題目，你有3條問題，你 focus 曬。咁然之後你3條問題邊啲 member 做邊啲，每一條問題都有佢一成個位。咁然之後你最後要集一齊就寫個 report。嗰個 report 記住係一條就係邊種問題。咁然之後咧，你每個人都要寫個 flow 咧，就係根據嗰個天數嘅題目你可以寫。但係個章就可以你自己同個呢個相關嘅單位，我嘅題目就係最好先有一個天數，然之後再去將呢個題目，你可以做出嚟嘅配方法。跟住個先做個 PowerPoint，跟住 report 做個 PowerPoint，跟住做完個 PowerPoint 咧，做個 PowerPoint 就係你哋嘅學術。因為個學術基本上係咁樣，同埋要交3個啲人
所以这样要做最后一个老师还没有播视频，还没学呢。
我哋有做啲係有做呢啲頭先佢哋present 嗰個係但係係6個水平嘅。現在可以追到嘅係13日，係14日，14日That's it for today's CISG113 Section 1. Until this Friday, stay in tune.